All right, this is Calibos, and we are playing Stoneblock 2. So, this is the finished product. It is full. It is putting out a little bit of power. I think it took 250,000 ingots to fill. I have no idea. It is producing about 5 million RF a tick, and outputting everything into the thing. It is going through. So you'll see the numbers here, 167 or 168 millibuckets per tick. We add 10 on that. So if it's 20 ticks in a second, every half second it is using 5, 500 millibuckets. To be more accurate, or at least in terms that you are getting, may find easier to understand if I ever learn how to talk. So one ingot is 144 millibuckets. So we're using just a bit more than one ingot, every tick, which works out to about 1,330. So 22 ingots every second. That is how much uranium this reactor is using up. Now, despite that, if we look into the system, I'm now all the way back up to 13,000 ingots. And you can see that it is in fact fighting as it outputs as quickly as it can. So I actually did this thing here. So, okay. Whoa, that was fast. So you'll notice that I have a lot of uranium chickens. I went ahead and made 5 over here and 5 over here. So we have 10 stacks of 16 additional uranium chickens. So, I mean, got 160 chickens trying to keep up. And they're actually keeping up pretty well. As I said, we are theoretically it's going up, maybe. It's staying roughly about the same. So I'm going to show you a couple of other things I did. So you'll notice, so I'll come over here to the export bus. It's exporting both uranium and plutonium. So, that's a thing. And you'll notice this. So I have an energy condenser here. And see how fast we're getting cyanite? Now, there's actually a crafting recipe. So to make uranium, you can go ahead and oh no, it's not uranium, it's plutonium. So if we take 8 cyanide ingots, we get 1 plutonium. And that's really cool, especially if you do the math, it works out nice. So there's nice EMC conversion, right? Except for this, uranium has an EMC of 4,000. So instead of 8 ingots, I am getting uranium for every 4 cyanide ingots. So we're actually saving on our value here, and then it's just exporting it directly back into the system. This will actually tell you just how fast we're putting out waste. So yeah, I didn't record making this because it was horrible. I thought about recording it, but then I thought that you guys might hate me. Oh, I need to fix that one. Dang it. Okay, well, it's here. Uh, doesn't fall into it. So, makes a very pleasing pattern, honestly. But, so for all of that, coming over here to this, and this has been going for a little while. Oh, crud, my bad. So once you do that, you actually have to turn it back on. And it's going to take a second to go back up to full power. Fortunately, the reactor was very hot. And unlike the draconic reactor, this is not going to explode, however badly we miss. I think the draconic reactor is actually still going. But it's not... I need to... I'm trying to run off, I guess. F. So it's about time for us to do... Oh, I did this. And the reason I did that is because if we go down to power over here, I went ahead and I put upgrades in this stuff. I had to fill the flux storage in order to get enough power to kickstart the reactor. And I mean, this was slowly working on it. But all of these, they're producing about 200 for some of them, and like this one is actually producing, 680 or something like that. So let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 10, 12. That's 12 times 200, so that's another 2400 RF a tick, which isn't a lot, but there you go. But anyway, we need to get to work. So something that would have made my life significantly easier to... Okay, we have auto crafting. Something that would have made my life easier would have been HDP sheets for the EMC tablet. So in order to do that, so all we have to do is make one HDPE pellet, just one. So in order to do that, we need to infuse substrate with liquid ethylene and oxygen. Substrate we're going to get from putting biofuel in, and substrate doesn't have an EMC value, it's just biofuel, but HDPE does. So we're going to need some pressurized reaction chambers. We're going to need to make some liquid ethylene. In order to do that, we'll need actual ethylene, which we're going to get by combining water and hydrogen. And then biofuel will go ahead and make substrate for us and have ethylene as a byproduct. It's cool. Then we just pump that ethylene back with more oxygen. That will give us HDPE. So, do we have a fluid here? So looking at our fluids, we don't have any ethylene, don't have any oxygen, don't have any hydrogen. So we're going to have to do all of that from scratch. It's going to be pretty simple to do, I think. one. What's what? One of these goes towards. Anchor. I don't know. Doesn't matter, right? Does not matter. So we're just gonna roll through with some dense stuff. How many of these do we have? We have 5, so we can. Oh, but wow, we are crazy fast at it. Let's get some tiny TNT. One of the lever. Us. One. Okay, so I think basically. Oh. Tiny TNT, lever, up, up. Gosh. Why is everything flying towards me? I don't have a mag. Oh, I have a magnet on. Like, why? Why is everything acting like I have a magnet on? That would be because I have a magnet on. Stay over there. Imp. Alright. So let's look at our chambers. Oh. Ring. Actually, I knew that. Ring. Oh. Chamber. Close back on. I know. Toss in that. Alright, so now we need to go just randomly anywhere else. I guess we could just kind of go out there. Here. I know, right? The acceptor. One of the reasons that I'm setting this up need one energy cell. What? Do I not have a recipe for this? How do I not have a recipe for this? That's a little crazy. Okay, perfect. Up. Should immediately fill with energy, which should immediately give that power. A point. Flux point, go. There. To go more power. That way it pulls from the battery, not from the reactor. Okay, so the first step is we're going to need a oxygen, water, oxygen. So we'll need an electrolytic separator. Electrolytic separator. We'll need an electrolytic core. We'll need pulverized gold. Oh my gosh. Electrolytic core, go. Electrolytic separator, go. Need a rotary condensator. Pulverized iron. I have a recipe for pulverized iron. Pulverized iron. That there. Pressure. Pressure. Alright, so electrolytic separator, we'll need one of these. Go. So we're going to need a rotary condensator. Rotary condensator. Back. Cool. So we'll need also to teach how to make the fluid tanks, energy tablets, and basic gas. So all three. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to need this. We're probably going to need more than one, but this will work for a start. Oh, monkey. We're having that crafting problem because, it's the energy tablet. Let's energy tablet. Energy tablet. So I don't want to pull this out because if I tablet, because the one that it's trying to use, not necessarily the one that we have. Don't ask me why that is. That worked out really well. One. Let's see if it worked. Whatever. So we've got the rotary condensator. Whatever. Now for the HDP tablets, what else do we need? So substrate is made from biofuel hydrogen. We'll get hydrogen also from the electrolytic converter separator. So that's not really a big deal. We'll need the pressurized reaction chamber. RC. And that's going to require an enrichment chamber. Already have a recipe for. So dynamic tank. Dynamic tank. I'm here to tell you the dynamic tank is actually a really cool multi-block. And if anybody expresses it, we'll go ahead and play with it. But I don't actually get a lot of comments requesting things. So I guess people are okay with the way that I'm working things. Not crafting it. So it's missing the enrichment chamber. No, it's got one. Okay, I have no idea. So let's see if there's anything else that we need. So the substrate we're going to need from biofuel, which we'll actually have to use the crushing factory or crusher from factories. So this is the ender chest. Light blue. Crushing chests. Perfect. So biofuel is substrate is made from biofuel, which is made from sapling or whatever. So we'll just go ahead and say biofuel or sugarcane. Look, sugarcane. Ah, that went amazingly, right? What? Watch this. Like so. We'll go to the crushing chest. So we're probably actually going to need a second PRC. Now that I'm thinking about it. Gas tank. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I mean, actually, like, done thing stuff. We have nearly everything we need together to make this, and it'll be like a couple of minutes of setting it up, waiting for it to process, and then we'll go on to making the tablet, and that'll be the Friday episode. So we'll probably do that Monday, and that will get us tablet, and then Tome of Knowledge. I think the Tome of Knowledge also requires the tablet. And then after that, we'll start working our way through Thaumcraft. And that'll actually be kind of easy because we'll have the combination of the tablet and the auto crafting. And I'd like to do that far enough away from the base. I'm probably going to do that in the mining dimension with the reactor. Because why not, right? What else could possibly go wrong there? We've already destroyed half the world. So I hope you liked the episode. If you did, leave me a like. If you didn't, don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. You guys are amazing, and I'm glad you follow me. So have a good night.